Okay, this is gonna be my first reaction video. Um, I don't know what the hell's going on with Drake, but bro always be in the news like Donald Trump and crying about this, crying about that. Like, if I was bro, I would just enjoy my money and just stay to myself. I Now I see this video. Bro canceled his tour for the worst reason and got caught lying about it. So let's look at what the hell's going on, cause bro.
Now, when it comes to Drake, well, if you are ready to see how the Drake A Wish Foundation is getting shut
What is Drake doing?
down and his current tour is already in big trouble right after just starting, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And now really, as after the mess and disaster that turned out to be the Anita Max Win Tour's strange issues which caused it to end abruptly,
Anita Maxwin. Anita Maxwin.
are now already repeating on Drake's new set of loser link-up conventions, and that was just a few months ago? Well, things are seriously getting concerning for the 40-year-old man who wants to be called the boy, as now with Drake and Party Next Door
Yeah, that's a little wild. Like, imagine someone in your group, right? You take away the celebrity factor. Imagine just someone in your friend group, 40 years old, who acts like Drake. Like, just think about it for a second. Like, how corny and cringy that shit would be.
special shows for you tour. Well, now just a few shows into this thing and in a time where Drake is trying to leave the boardrooms and at least give his fans the impression that he is getting back to work, whether it's with generic Central C collabs or by just making hour-long videos where he is filming a chase scene with Pinocchio. Well, now regardless of how we want to look at Drake, the one thing that at least seemed clear from all of these efforts he is making,
Yeah, this is Kendrick, by the way, just chasing him
right now, is that he is trying, after all of the losing and awful things that he has done. Well, despite all of that, with this combination of new music coming out, content,
Yo,
losing and awful things that he
Kendrick over here looking like like a lady from Wakanda.
done. Well, despite all of that, with this combination of new music coming out, content to annoy all of us with, and then shows which are trying to win back whatever people would still be willing to go to a Drake concert in 2025, well, Drake really is now trying to make this big effort to win back whoever he possibly can. And now when it comes to people supporting him and the remaining actual fans who would still want to go to an OVO Karaoke Fest, which they are out there.
Imagine being able to build anything just by
Nice.
thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Well, now
For the
for
love
these
of
people
God.
who just are obsessed with the most passive, pacifying, and mid music ever, well, seemingly now Drake does not even want to keep these people around, and really
All right, he has some bangers. I'm not trying to glaze. I'm just being honest. The guy has some bangers.
take proper care of the people who have really still stuck around with him no matter what, because now with what Drake just did with less than
Every 14-year-old ever, by the way.
a day before an upcoming show on this SSS for You tour was really one of the most baffling moves that I have seen in terms of just touring, especially in this time and in a lot of ways. Because to be honest, when we really look at what Drake did, this is one of the worst show cancellations that we have seen in quite a while, as now what has just come out is that Drake's concert, which was originally scheduled in Manchester for July 28th, has been canceled, and now the reason that the arena
Oh no, Drake canceled his tour. Oh no. Oh no, what will we do? Oh no. How can I move on with life?
and Drake's representatives have
Wait, Rose, can you pause that? I'm recording a video. I know I'm recording a video. Just pause that real quick. Just like put on headphones real quick.
given for this is, and I'm going to directly quote this, due to unforeseen ferry schedule and travel logistics.
There was a YouTuber who was buried in a backyard.
July 28th has been rescheduled, and now with this. Well, now, while maybe if there were some traveling issues and Drake was in another city or area and this was all happening, it could make sense on why this show would not be going down. Well, now in spite of this, as you can literally see for yourself, that when we look at the logistics of this tour, Drake has literally been in Manchester for the past few days, as he did shows here on the 25th and then also the 26th. Well, then how can there possibly be travel issues that you and your team could not figure out some sort of a solution for? Because this just does not make sense. Because really, the amount of people that Drake is responsible for getting to this show, considering that the shows are at the same arenas they have been at, is, in terms of one of the most hectic parts of the music business in touring, one of the most simplest things to do. Because your crew is still getting a rest because the stage remains set up and there's nothing they have to do in terms of building it and taking it apart, which is one of the worst and most time-constraining things about touring. And pretty much when then you just realize that the artists and the team who actually goes through with all of the other behind-the-scenes things of the show had to be there, and everything else was already sorted out. All of this just doesn't make sense, and it does not add up once again, and just like the weird cancellation of the Anita Max Win Tour shows, really with the way touring works and with how carefully they plan out these events, especially with such high-profile names like Drake.
Bro, this is what I'm talking about. Imagine being 40, dog, and doing this. Like, I'm not even trying to be a hater, and even if I'm coming off that way, like, bro, what are you doing, dog? Like, this, in my opinion, feels like the result of like having too many yes men, or like never having your ego checked. Like, what is this, dog? What the hell?
You don't just cancel a show within this way unless something sudden happened, and now as Drake is still clearly chilling and being his lame old self as we have been able to see, as he's still making TikToks, being seen in public, listening to music, and making cringe videos for Drake, which Drake has really been embarrassing himself more than ever with. Well, now with all of this, suddenly what we are seeing is that there is clearly nothing personal that changed Drake's plans so suddenly, and really understanding that, it only leaves us with two more potential reasons for why this show could have been canceled, which now, if this ending was like the Anita Max Win Tour's end.
This is my alter ego. Anita Max Win. Anita Max Win.
Logistics for the reasoning of why these shows were not going to happen. Although, of course, again, when we look at this in reality, these shows were planned out for months and months, and all of these things, including a travel itinerary, were established before these things were even announced. Well, again, that just cannot make sense within almost any way you try to put it. And now with how these shows seem to look, and now by how many people were supposed to go to this show and are just mad at Drake, which you can see online, these people are seriously mad as Drake is...
Yeah, and like... It's crazy too, because I don't know if you guys spent money on a concert before, but that shit is not cheap. So, and this motherfucker, he probably does like a bunch of arenas and stuff like that. So, yeah, probably racing like probably a 1 or 2 million per show. So imagine.
Ruin their plans. Well, overall, with just seeing all the
and like imagine too, like having like been waiting for vacations for weeks on end, or sometimes even months, or maybe a year, and then the day finally comes, you have everything set up, and you came on a flight, and then boom, shit gets canceled.
Flash Drake is getting for these people who took off work and made their schedules to travel here to see this show at this very moment, and now it has messed them all up. To be honest with this, I don't think that ticket sales are the reason, and now really with this, which in actuality we are seeing such a direct and short notice of a cancellation, which is now messing up real people's schedules, lives, and even pockets, because people come out to these places, get hotels, travel, and all of that, and now you did it all for nothing. Well, ultimately, what you just have to wonder now and really start to think is seriously up with Drake. Because really, let's just say this show is filling up and a lot of people were going. Why would you do this with no good reason, which has become clear that there really wasn't, and the answer we have gotten is complete and utter lies? Really, when you just think about this a little more, it really does ultimately expose
Drake lying? What? Yeah, Drake. Nah, he could never. What? It's like Donald Trump. You know, the most honest people in the world. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Was Drake's biggest problem as a whole, and why he has really been one of the worst things that we have seen in terms of a star for both music and, more importantly, hip-hop ever. And now what I mean by this and why Drake ultimately canceled this show is because this guy is just straight up lazy and really does not care about anything other than himself and this little petty bubble that he exists within. Because honestly, with Drake just putting off this show and then other shows are getting rescheduled and you are just sinking your own tour for no apparent reason, this truly does just seem like a commitment issue at this point. And like, are you doing this out of straight laziness? Because for a guy like Drake, who has already been in this city and all you do is flex so you can get anything open at any time and how you have all these private jets and stuff like that, how all of a sudden is an issue with a ferry that people are still traveling around and getting to the show regardless of what's on your end the real reason that is stopping you and the people who need to be at this show from getting to the arena to play within a venue that is already set up for exactly what you need to do? And now once again, as we are seeing Drake just cancel these shows once again, and this will make over 5 shows in this era where
But to be honest, if you're paying, with everything that went on with Drake and Kendrick, knowing that Drake is like a creep, if you're paying to go see Drake, I feel like this is kind of your karma. Like, you know the type of person he is. Yes, you like the music, but it's like, me personally, knowing the type of person that he is, I don't want to support his lifestyle. And yes, people are gonna be like, well, listening to his music is supporting him in some way. It's like, yes, in a way, yeah, you're right. But at the end of the day, it's like, I think I'd make the argument that me knowing that he doesn't even write his own songs, for the majority of his own songs, I feel that's bad, because like, I know that it's his delivery, but it's not coming from his intellectual property, like the writing. So yeah, I feel less bad enjoying the music, because yes, I know that he's a creep, so, but he didn't write the music, so I'm gonna enjoy the music. But I feel like going to his show, like I don't know how the payments are being set up. Obviously everyone's getting paid for whatever the job is, but at the end of the day, the majority of that money is obviously going to Aubrey, you know what I'm saying? So like, or Aubrey, you get the point, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's more supporting, right? That being said, the people who, you know, detach from the art and they just want to go to show, blah blah blah, that's there. But I feel like if bad things are happening to you and you're supporting a horrible person, should I really feel that bad for you? I still feel bad for these people because they didn't do it. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I'm just being 100% right now. I'm not even trying to like be funny or anything. I'm just being honest. Like who cares, bro? Like it's like people. It's like someone like paying to go to a Donald Trump rally and stuff like that, and trying to see Donald Trump, and then like they get in a car accident or just something horrible happening to horrible people. I don't feel really that bad. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
He has been doing these shows and running away from the US just not happening at all or going down the way they were supposed to. Well, now as all this is happening, while at the same time Kendrick Lamar has never canceled a single one of his shows on the Grand National Tour, and he has been out there in the rain or shine since April.
That's crazy. Yo. Yo, people on Threads, they be talking about like, Kendrick got all his fame and success because of Drake and blah 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 and this whatnot and the third.
I am the water god.
And that without Kendrick, every time you think of Kendrick, you're gonna be thinking about Drake. But I would make the argument now that it's the same way with Drake. It's like every time Drake comes up, now Kendrick is part of the conversation. Some way or another is gonna be like, bro, this is just too big of an impact.
In these incredible moments throughout the entire world now, one of itself, no matter where you want to bring the Drake and Kendrick debate and everything around it. When you see how Kendrick performs these shows that are bigger and bigger than what Drake has ever been able to do, even at his prime.
Wild.
He just shows up every night and does what people come for, and Drake is just calling in and out of work like the worst coworker you have ever had. Well, once again, we are seeing why so many things in the entire music industry are the way they are, and really for Kendrick Lamar. Just why he has ascended to this place that, I'm sorry, Drake even in his prime was never close to. Because again, really with Kendrick just always showing up and never sinking costs and expectations with these massive performances that he is doing where so much is on the line. Because again, even in terms of the optics for this, being the first rapper to bring hip-hop to a stadium tour, you are serving as an entire grand statement for the genre at large and what its potential could be in this setting. Well, ultimately what Kendrick is doing is showing both the industry and people that he can be a trusted leader in whatever category you want to put him in, because he brings no drama whatsoever to the production of these shows. Which again, even with a cancellation or rescheduling something, everybody loses from these things. And as somebody who used to personally work in touring, I will say now for this team and everyone on the tour who was going to lose what's going into their pockets over this, so then the people who came out here and spent all they did and now they are going to have to come back to see Drake next month, so then the employees of these venues who now have to come into work on another day that they were not supposed to, and this could mess up a lot of people's plans and schedules.
Yeah, and another thing too is like most people get like 3 weeks of PTO, and let's say they already used up their PTO for that year, or you know, some people just can't get it back, or like they're already out there. It's like, bro, what do you do now? You cancel everything? You know what I'm saying? Like some other people are just not gonna be able to make it.
Overall, this is just not fun and another moment of Drake not just being a Karen or anything like that, but being blatantly unprofessional and showing why he should have never been able to be the face of hip-hop for as long as he was. But hey,
Wow.
at least with Drake still putting these lame old games on while everybody is watching him and he is trying to make a last-effort comeback, well, I guess everyone is seeing just how much he is failing compared to his rival in Kendrick Lamar in every sense of the word now, because really, this one guy is selling out stadiums every night and putting on some of the best shows that people have ever seen, and the other is canceling karaoke out of laziness. Again, I'll ask, who won the beef? As now with all this said, let me know. What do you think about Drake starting?
Even think about it for a second. Even if it wasn't even about shows or whatnot, it's like, obviously, in my opinion, I feel like Kendrick won that beef because Drake came in hot. You know what I'm saying? Came in hot, and he made it seem like he was the underdog. But if you really look back and peel back all the layers and look back at all the songs, Drake kind of put himself in that position. So, and he ended the beef himself. Like, bro, he threw in the towel. He kind of admitted what everyone was saying. Kind of just being about the videos, about being creepy. His best argument was like, well, if this was true, then why haven't I been caught yet? It's like, dude, that's not really. I mean, in the corruption that we live in, yes, things may work like that, but it's like, that's not a good argument. It's like, oh, this can't be true because I haven't been arrested yet. Or RICO charges, you know what I'm saying? Things happen over time. It's like there's been documentation. Look it up, you know what I'm saying? Look it up. I'm not going to sit here and show it that all this stuff is on the internet and stuff like that, but I'm here to just reiterate it. It's like everything that Kendrick Lamar said was true. You know what I'm saying? He is creepy, has been creepy multiple times. It's not just a one-time thing. Like, there, even if that girl came out and said that she was okay with it, it's like, it doesn't matter if she was okay with being kissed on stage. It's like, bro, you was still an adult. She was still a child. You know what I'm saying? People like to bring in I feel like people who try to like defend pedophilia are always like, you know, like always like pedophiles. Like, saying.
To cancel these shows, what do you think this is going to mean for the rest of the tour? And do you think we're going to see another spiral from lame old Lawbury himself? Now, I can't wait to hear what
bro spirals out like every 2 weeks.
you have to say about all this. Now, if you made it to this point in the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. And now, if you want to see how right before this, well, things just got worse for Drake once again as Pusha T just dissed him on his new song and really just took one of the biggest victory laps we have seen on a verse after releasing one of the best rap albums we have got in years. Check out the suggested video.
Well, yeah, that was that. Nothing changed about my opinion about Drake. It's the same. Bro's a weirdo. Yeah, and so not good reasons. If you guys made it this far in this video, I appreciate you. I'm still kind of new at this, so if y'all want to roast me, y'all go right ahead. Or if anything, if you want to add to what I said, if I missed something, you go right ahead. Just let me know. Or if you want to send me another video that I can react to, yeah, just let me know. And I appreciate you for watching this video. And now till forever, I guess. I don't know. I'm out.